What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro Circuit. Spawning here in the top left-hand corner of Acid Plan Ellie, playing with the red Zerg pieces, we have a player who's very well known in the Starcraft 2 Pro scene. Her name is Scarlett. And our opponent, spawning in the cross position, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He is currently the best StarCraft 2 player in the world. His name is Serral. So Serral versus Scarlett, guys and girls. I hope you all are as excited as I am to be casting this game between these two. And look, guys, both of these players are no strangers at all to the StarCraft 2 Pro scene. I mean, both players are absolute forces to be reckoned with. Scarlett, like I said, guys, she's actually like a fan favorite. People love watching Scarlett, her different strategies that she has. I also think that since she is a female on the StarCraft 2 Pro scene, and she's very successful at it, I think a lot of people like that as well, because she's, you know, just kind of a one-of-a-kind type of StarCraft 2 pro gamer, whereas Serral, guys, is of course, you know, this guy needs no introduction whatsoever. He has absolutely dominated the StarCraft Pro scene here for quite some time. I mean, you know, he's won tournament after tournament after tournament, and has, you know, absolutely showed no signs of slowing down anytime soon. And as we've been building towards BlizzCon, I would love to see what he ends up doing at BlizzCon, in the you know, and in the what his future looks like in StarCraft 2. So to say the least, guys, let's get into this this match here. It looks like Scarlett decided to go for a very quick third hatchery, whereas Serral on the opposite side has decided to go ahead and get his Zergling speed upgrade, as well as a couple of queens here. Looks like he's going to try to drone up and get fully saturated on two bases, whereas Scarlett decided to get relatively greedy on her side of the map. But nonetheless, you know, Scarlett has showed us that she's very good at defense as well as offense. So Serral has scouted that that Scarlett decided to go ahead and get that very greedy third base, and it looks like it's pushed Serral to decide to go ahead and get his third hatchery at this point in the game as well. So both players giving each other some respect right now. Serral a lot of times will get aggressive, but he also likes to play the macro focus game as well. And Scarlett, you know, both players, like I said, they can kind of they are very similar in play styles to one another at different points, but I would have to say that Serral has gotten the edge over the course of time here, but Scarlett definitely can play against Serral for sure. Looks like Serral's going to try to get at least one drone. Does exactly that. Going to try to get another one, and kind of just see if there's any scouting information that he can get at this point. And it looks like he is going to do exactly that. Beautiful scout here for Serral. Absolutely brilliant scout here. He's going to get all the necessary information that he needs to. Now, there's going to be a pretty big push coming in here by Scarlett. So Scarlett looks like she's going to get a little bit aggressive here. She has a good amount of Zerglings coming onto Serral's side of the map. Going to try to get the kill on this hatchery here, which is the third hatchery of Serral, and he's got to be very careful with these banelings. You do not want to allow a bane. You will allow these banelings to get some free hits on all of these Zerglings of Scarlett. So it does look like you know, the ZvZ matchup, guys, really is a jostle back and forth between the two. It becomes a macro focus game, but even more than that, a micro focus game between, you know, the unit compositions of each player. So it does look like more and more banelings are going to be coming up here for Serral, whereas Scarlett has decided to go ahead and start getting a bunch of roaches out. So those roaches are going to be very crucial, I think, against this push. And it looks like trying to get this run on that queen, and does do exactly that. Very big pickup there for Serral. Nicely done. And it does look like Scarlett once again is going to try to get some aggression here at that third base location. Like I said, got to be very, very careful. But these roaches are now out. And I wonder how Serral is going to react to this, because the roaches are very good against the baneling hits. And just like that, there are some roaches that are coming up. There is going to be a couple of spine crawlers coming up here for the defense of Serral. But I wonder if it's going to be a little bit too late here. Looks like she is going to be, that is Scarlett, at the front doors here very shortly of Serral. And looks like Serral has actually got like 3 spine crawlers coming up here. He knows the aggression is coming. The longer that Scarlett waits, I'm afraid that he's going to be in a great position here to counter, or at least kind of fend this army off. And it looks like that is exactly what happens here. But Scarlett does have a reasonably sized army here ready to go. I'm not sure. Looks like she has decided to go home. She is starting to go ahead and get that layer, as well as the evolution chamber, start getting those +1/+1 upgrades, whereas Serral on the opposite side is already getting his +1 upgrades at this point. So he did actually get Scarlett to go home, which is a very good defense right off the bat for Serral. Now the question is what is the plan now for Serral? Is he going to start pushing in and trying to kind of possibly get the kill on this 4th base for Scarlett, or is he just going to continuously try to run in and get a couple of kills here and there of these drones? Looks like that is exactly what he did. And it's very well done. Oh, and the baneling hit. Oh, what a huge baneling hit that was for Serral. He's going to try to get this run on this queen once again. Does not look like that is going to happen, but a massive baneling hit there for Serral. Really very nicely done there. But Serral now is, of course, on to his 4th base location. And I got to say, I kind of... You know, both players are in pretty good positions here, but I feel like the longer this game goes, it's going to go in favor of Serral here. He kind of was able to fend off that, you know, the aggression by Scarlett without her even taking much of a fight to him. And now he is kind of controlling what is, you know, the narrative of the game so far. More and more roaches are going to be coming up here. Looks like... digging claws is going to be started here for the roaches, and it looks like there's going to be a Hydra Den coming up here, so we do see the attack of choice here for Serral. He is going to go ahead and get that Hydra Den out. Now, the Muta switch is very interesting here by Scarlett. I love this decision. Now, the Overseer is going to see that there is a Spire out. Very crucial scan there by Serral. He is going to know that there is going to most likely be Mutalisk coming out onto the playing field, and this has triggered him to actually go home. So the Hydralisks are going to be so crucial for Serral at this point. The Hydras are going to help out tremendously. Now, if she can get, that is Scarlett, if she can get some Overlord kills, get some kills on some of these drones as well, that's going to be absolutely crucial. Now, these Mutas are across the map here, and they are doing a little bit of some damage here and there. Nothing too crazy, though, as of yet. Scarlett does look like she is planning on possibly getting really aggressive here very soon. She is getting that 5th base started here, and it looks like she wants to get really aggressive at this point in the game. So I'm wondering how the defense of Serral is going to be right here and right now. Looks like he does have a good enough amount of units that can fend off against this army. But I gotta say, at this point, there is it looks like there was a little bit of a delay there in the game, guys, but I'm liking the position of both players, really. They're so even. Now, you got to be very careful if you're Scarlett. You do not want to lose these mutas for practically free. But this is a big unit composition here, and here they come. The Banelings are coming in. Get some nice Baneling hits, and it looks like the Mutalisks are trying to jump right onto the top of this army here. Serral, the beautiful splits, though, is absolutely on point, but these Mutalisks are absolutely decimating this army at this point, and the Mutalisk switch has absolutely done brilliant amounts of damage here to Serral. Can Serral hold on at this point in the game? I don't know if he can. There are so many roaches at this point, and all of these Mutalisks are doing so much damage. It looks like Serral could be in significant amounts of trouble here as we continue. Now, you don't want to overextend if you are Scarlett at this point, but there are just so many mutas, and there's not much of a counter to these Mutalisks at this point, and I'm wondering, has Scarlett kind of broken through here? It looks like Serral is going to have to give up on this 4th base location, at least at this point. And I gotta say, though, when it's all said and done, Serral is still not out of this game yet. He was able to hold on, and now Scarlett can really start taking an economic advantage here now that she's going to be on to her 5th base at this point. And she's probably, it looks like she's going to try to go in possibly for the killing blow here. Does not want to let Serral kind of get this this back in his favor here whatsoever. You don't want to give Serral an inch at all. And it looks like the massive amounts of the army is going to be moving into this side of the map here, which is near the natural base location. So many Ravagers at this point, and oh my god, Scarlett is showing us that she is an absolute beast right now with these Ravagers, and the Banelings are starting to move in. They're going to try to get some massive Baneling hits. Not too big, at least at that point. Now, Lurkers are out, and this is something that you definitely have to take into consideration, at least at this point. But Serral has done an absolutely brilliant job of really holding on here. I would have lost my army at this point, that is for sure. And these Lurkers are doing so much damage right now to all of these, to the Ravagers. Oh my god. And it looks like the Mutas are still wreaking havoc as they are moving in to the into the natural location of Serral. But these Mutas, really, when you look at this, the Mutalisks are just kind of creating a lot of value here for Scarlett. She's, you know, of course, able to. It's giving her so much value where she's able to get so many kills on so many drones, as well as these overlords. Gosh, what a great game so far. The defense of Serral has kept him in this game. I'm just wondering how much longer he can hold on, though, against Scarlett. Because Scarlett is, you know, still happily mining on all of these bases. That is, you know, I mean, 5 bases in total. And she has split up her army pretty well here. Now, the Lurker switch has really been good here for Serral. But I do wonder if Scarlett should just go all in here and just, you know, put her entire army together and just go all in here. And there are a lot of mutas. My god. There's a lot of Mutalisks, and these mutas are going to do so much damage. They're going to jump right on top of these Hydralisks. And oh my god, there is just nothing here for Serral, and GG is called. And Scarlett takes game number 1 in absolute brilliant fashion. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Scarlett and Serral, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.